Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel's Christmas special! Yeah, I'm going to take my hat off. It's a Christmas special because it's December. That's literally it. It's no different to any of my normal reviews. Especially not in the fact that I haven't got time to do it anyway. So, last week I was going to review this absolutely terrible episode of Teen Titans Go. And I couldn't because I had computer trouble, so I'm doing it this week. This is Legs, and in a time where women are being quite awfully objectified by public media, I was stunned that this episode came out and wasn't picked up and hated by so many people, because basically I'm just gonna start from the beginning. So our episode starts with Raven meditating, and then the Teen Titans spontaneously decide to have a dance-off, severely irritating Raven. I don't understand why they have to have the dance-off in the same room where Raven's meditating when they know how much it irritates her, but we find out throughout this version of the Teen Titans that they're not really very good friends to each other at all.
Get out! I don't want to dance.
Oh, shocking. Raven doesn't want to have fun.
You know, you can't hide inside that cloak your whole life.
I believe it is the cloak that makes her this way.
So then they have the ridiculous suggestion that Raven only acts the way she does because of the cloak. Now, I'm going to just go out on a whim here, but I don't think the creators of this show actually watched the Teen Titans show, because in that show, her demeanour is very well explained through some fantastic episodes focusing on her character and how she developed to be this way. If you look at episodes like Switched and Nevermore, and several of the episodes in Series 3 where they're trying to stop her father, Trigon, basically she is the way she is in the show, not because of the cloak, but because because if she has these emotional feelings, she will lose control of her powers, and she could hurt the people she cares about, and also she has no real hope for the future because she knows through prophecy that she's foretold to end the world. It's nothing to do with what she's wearing. Sure, the elements of her personality that we see in Nevermore do wear different coloured cloaks, but that's more of a symbolism. The fact that she's wearing a cloak doesn't make her who she is. At least it's not supposed to. But in this episode, it completely makes her who she is, as we will see later. So after some completely pointless, boring filler, Robin steals Raven's cloak, and they all try it on and find inexplicably that their personalities are altered to be more like Raven's whilst they're wearing it.
So mean.
I did not enjoy that.
Starfire did not enjoy that. Cyborg feels a distinct connection between his red eye and the red jewel on the cloak. And then when he tries it on, he can't take it off, but he denies it's having any effect on him. Oh boy. Now the episode really starts to completely fall apart. Raven comes in and gets a rather creepy reaction to the fact that her legs are kind of visible. I'd point out that her legs were visible when she was meditating earlier, and often are when her cloak is kind of open, but I don't think the writers really cared when they were writing this episode. Also, if you look at the way the characters react to her legs, and the way Beast Boy does, in a sort of ogly, you know, creepy way, it's strange because they're talking about her legs like she's not actually wearing anything on them. When she is, she's wearing bell-bottom trousers. Also, even in the idea that they were more skin-tight trousers, women's trousers are generally tighter than men's anyway, as the current fashion is. And are they implying that Beast Boy is a perv who goes and stares at every woman's legs? Does he look around and see, oh, that woman's wearing leggings? I mean, this is a problem because throughout the episode, I'm almost inclined to skip a lot here, but I don't think I will. But throughout the episode, we see various we see various sort of reactions to her legs, and quite often they're very sort of, well, she's very objectified in the episode, I feel, as it goes along. And I really don't think this is right, because, I mean, because this show is marketed towards young children, and in an age where there are songs all about booties, and regular songs with music videos with completely naked women in them, and with this, and the way that Beast Boy reacts to Raven, and the way he sort of stares at her in various scenes, you'll see. I'm sorry if this is going to be a long review. I hope it isn't. I have really got things to do. But the way it works, how is this going to impact the way that young children actually, well, the way that young boys actually grow up to perceive women? In this current sort of visual medial climate, it's not the kind of thing that I would have allowed to be written or aired.
I'm really angry at you for stealing my cloak.
Did you just share your feelings?
No, I'm just trying to tell you how uncomfortable you've made me.
So then Raven randomly decides to beat the absolute beep out of Robin. Yay! That's what we want to see. But that was sarcasm. It's just, this whole scene comes out of nowhere. There's no reason for her to beat up Robin. She just does it for the hell of it, from what I can see.
Get used to your legs.
Robin is correct. Your posture is better and you are speaking more clearly.
And I'm, getting used to your legs.
See?
Seriously, look at that. How is that acceptable for children?
We live in a meaningless universe.
Oh.
Her legs are pretty nice, actually. Yo, Sai! Wanna play some video games?
Quiet. I have to finish my father's dark work.
Your father's dark work? Your father was the guy who saved your life and gave you your cyborg nature after your accident. Admittedly, he caused your accident, but he wasn't an evil bloke and he spent all that time into helping you. What's your father's dark work? Eh? Tell me what his dark work was.
I am your father.
Give me a beat.
So, not wearing the cloak completely and utterly changes, and completely and utterly ruins, Raven's entire personality. And as I was complaining earlier about booty songs, this whole scene tends to focus on Raven wiggling her backside.
That girl could get down!
Again, Beast Boy completely objectifies her. Come on, Beast Boy! Stop it, writers. Please. So then the Teen Titans have to stop the high five, and a scene which I will admit I actually rather like happens with Raven here, mainly because I thought the writers had completely forgotten their sense of humour, much like I think I have in this video. Anyway, I thought the writers had completely lost their sense of humour But then we have this awesome scene.
Azarath Metreon. Wait, I've got legs, and I know how to use them. Wow, that feels good.
Love those lovely, lovely legs, Mama.
And the scene was immediately ruined by Beast Boy. Yeah. I love what you're doing to the show, Beast Boy. Kill him.
Azarath Metreon Synthos.
That's not even magic, bro.
Cyborg inexplicably thinks he's got magic now. Yeah, he's a dumbass.
I've got an announcement to make. I'm leaving the Titans.
So Raven acknowledges that she is different without her cloak and decides to completely leave the Teen Titans and sets out a new superhero identity for herself known as
Lady Legacy.
Really? Lady Legacy? I'd spend time trying to think of new superhero names, but I'm tired. You can probably tell. Really? Lady Legacy? I mean, for goodness sake! I get your personality is different now, because in this stupid-ass continuity, your cloak affects your personality. I get that, but my goodness, have you not seen how people have been looking at you with those lustful eyes, and yet you think it's completely fine to be calling yourself Lady Legacy? For crying out loud, you're about 14, girl. You're going to have so much trouble with freaking pedos. Why would you call yourself Lady Legacy? It makes no sense. And for crying out loud, why would you use your legs as your only trademark when you've got all these dark magic powers? Why don't you call yourself Dark Demonica or something, given how your father's a demon or whatever? Or, I don't know, Mistress Magic. No, that's just daft, actually. Not Mistress Magic. Ooh. So then we have an awful scene, and I mean an awful scene, in which all of the Titans, I swear, they start bullying Cyborg because of his new demeanour, because of the fact that the cloak has affected his personality, and they really do torment him. As a result, he goes completely berserk and turns into a cybernetic octopus creature and attacks all the Teen Titans. This prompts Raven to take back the cloak, acknowledging that no one else is able to control the power it contains, and that she should have to bear the burden.
Them legs.
Apparently, no one else can handle the dark power of my cloak. And so, for the greater good of humanity, I'll resign to bear the burden of wearing it again.
My only problem with this is, why should she have to bear the burden? I mean, it makes no sense that anyone should, given the effect that the cloak has on them. If she was genuinely happy, as appeared, when she didn't have the cloak, then why didn't she simply throw the cloak away? I mean, it's not like it actually gives you any powers besides making you depressed. It's not like it's not like it's going to get stolen by anybody. So why didn't she just throw it away? That way, Cyborg could be Saborg and say booyah, and then Raven could be, well, I still don't want her to be Lady Legacy, but Raven could be happy and happy Raveny, and everything would be nice. Why does she have to take the cloak back? It makes no sense!
No! The legs! The legs are gone!
Really?
Baby's done a bad, bad thing.
My goodness, they really have ruined you, Raven. And you, Beast Boy. I mean, A, Beast Boy would never objectify Raven in the original show, and B, Raven would never be such a sort of body-obsessed tart. I'm sorry, I know I'm not supposed to use that word, but that basically kind of was a little tarty. Look at my lovely, lovely legs. But I mean, that reaction by Beast Boy, though, it was not right. I'm sorry. How is this? What impression is that going to leave on the boys who watch this show about what's socially acceptable, about the way it's socially acceptable to behave in front of girls? And girls, what if they're wearing skirts? I mean, my goodness, this has serious problems. I know I'm going to get dislikes for this video because a lot of people have actually said on comments I saw on the wiki and on the page where I was watching this episode that this is their favourite episode of the entire show. What does that say about the show? I'm a disgruntled reviewer. You guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll be back with new videos in the new year. Cheery bye.